I don't. I don't want to. Oh, I don't want to disrespect anybody after the fact. I think. That I already made the video public. Lately, I've been going with public instead of unlisted, and so I was like, all right, I don't gotta really do anything right now till we start the party, you know. But then I don't want to be disrespectful to the ATFers, so I just want to say hello. I hope you're having a good time. I hope you're having a good day. And if you're not, then we're here to make it better, all right? We're here to make it better. Let me check some of these things. Let me uncheck some of these things. Just as important, by the way. Uh-oh. There we go. I think I've done everything that I need to do for success. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. All right. Man, I'm already sweating. Oh, girl, why do I love you so? Come on. What's up, man? Hey, did you get Bruno? I think it was supposed to be this week, right? At the beginning of this week. Can we talk about Bruno? Can we talk about Bruno? Let me see if this will work out the way that I'm hoping. I think I like that. Jorge Tirado, what's up, man? What's going on? Jorge, sock checking himself. I like it, taking the initiative. Angel Padilla, are you already on the vacation? I don't know. Every school's different. If any of you think I'm drinking weird, I'm kind of half drinking and half icy my lip. So if you're like, why does that fool drink his water like that? I'm icy. Don't trip. Coffee Potamus. I hope you are experiencing much success. I hope that you're grinding. Hold up. How can we? I hope that you're grinding. I'm trying to think of a eloquent way because of like coffee grounds and grinding. I know you're out there grinding, grounds. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Saw your take on MVP. I enjoyed it. Was that with Moss, right? That was the Moss and Jesse show. Yeah, it's I don't, it confused me the other day. I think it was during the Mexican Fight Companion. There was someone in the chat and they were like the exact opposite of me. And like MVP came out. I don't want to call him MVP anymore, by the way. It's just, we got to think of something different for that dude. But I was like talking about the walkout, and I was like, this is annoying. And someone was like, oh, I love this. This is a GOAT walkout or something. I was like, oh my gosh. Then they started talking about Israel Adesanya and how Israel Adesanya was, his walkouts. I'm like, oh, I see who I'm dealing with here. But yeah, I was talking about it with Moss about how I kind of think it's an overcompensation. I think MVP kind of knows what he's going to do. Well, I should say he knows what he's not going to do out there And I think that he kind of it's insulting to the viewers, frankly. I think it's this kind of mishmash where he's like, okay, I'm gonna come out super high energy. He's gonna do the Patty Pimblett. He's gonna be dancing all over the place. He's gonna get that into people's heads. Like, yeah, he's crazy. He's exciting. He gets stuff going, gets the party started, gets everybody on their feet. And then during the fight, he looks like when Israel Adesanya was running from El Mero Mero for 5 rounds. And then when people think back fondly on MVP, they think of like the TikTok clips and the YouTube shorts when he was like kicking guys' heads in and then dancing. They're like, oh yeah, he's exciting, huh? And then they forget until they watch him fight again. It's crazy. I don't think he has anything to offer. I mean, he doesn't even want to be there, and I can't blame him for what he's saying. It would be kind of dumb and ignorant of me to say like, shut up, Paige, stop complaining, and then he's getting ripped off and not treated right by his own promotion. I get it. But he clearly doesn't want to be there. And then apparently he's saying that he went as hard as he did on the walkout and was dancing all enthusiastically the way that he did as a diss to the UFC. He came out to a song called They Don't Care About Us and said that it was in response to how he feels like he's being treated by the UFC. And that's why he was being all flamboyant about it. I mean, I wish he would have treated his opponent like if his opponent was the UFC and he was trying to get back at the UFC, like maybe like the opponent, like he's there by proxy, you know? Like that would have made a better fight. Like, hey, dude, instead of going out and doing some interpretive dance and acting like, oh, this is how I'm going to get back at the UFC. Like that's how you get back at the UFC, bro. This is how you do it. This is how you get back at the UFC. That's your great idea, Paige. How about you treat the dude in front of you like the UFC and then you put a beating on him and that's how you let people know how you feel. He didn't do that. It was very reminiscent of Israel Adesanya after the fight with El Mero Mero. He didn't bring the fight. I was waiting for him to bring the fight. What did you bring, bro? BYOF. Bring your own fight. Where was your fight? And then that's when he goes on do you think I'm stupid? Do you think I'm stupid, dummy? You think I would risk my belt? Remember that? It's embedded in my beanie. I don't know how many times I heard that when I was editing videos and whatnot. It's crazy, man. This entitled kind of perspective that some of these dudes could have. They treat the UFC bout like maybe it is. And maybe that's why they made the bout uglier so people wouldn't look at it this way. But they treat the bout like if it's a piece of jewelry that they need to keep tucked away in their hutch, you know, in their drawer, you know, stashed under the mattress or something like that. They treat it like a coveted piece of jewelry. Do you want me to risk my belt? Hey, that's what a champion does when he defends it. That's the nature of the game. Yes. Yeah, I wanted you to risk your bout. What a weird thing for a champion to say. Did you want me to risk my belt? That's your job, homie. What are you talking about? That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you get paid millions or maybe thousands. That's what you get paid to do. And anyway, that's the same attitude that Paige came out with. Do you want me to risk my acronym? Do you want me to risk my MVP? Jeez. New number, who it is? Damn, Melancholy got a new flip phone. What's up, talking about? That's what I'm talking about. Did you see the new complete card for MVP? I took a little gander. I saw that JDS is gonna be the most significant name on there. Where's a recent one? I think Bloody Elbow should have a decent idea here. Let's see. Man, these websites really pad it out before they finally ever get to the bottom of what they're actually supposed to be saying in this. Jeez. Here we go. Jeez. So Ronda Rousey, Gina Carano, Francis Ngannou, Felipe Lins, Nate Diaz, Mike Perry, Junior Dos Santos, Robelis de Spain, Mohamed Mokaev, Adrian Moraes, Saladin Parnassi and Kenneth Cross, Lorenz Larkin and Jason Jackson, Aline Pereira and Jade Masson Wong. Dang, jeez. I thought that said Massive Wong. David Mogoyan and Albert Morales. Namo Fazil and Jake Babibian. Chris Avila. So this is Nate Diaz's little brother. You know, the dude that is always doing cosplay. Nate Diaz. Chris Avila is gonna fight somebody. that was Nate Diaz's that was on his what'd you guys call it? Somebody had to tell me last time because I forgot. It's called your runner, right? When you're like signing a contract and you say, this is my thing, you gotta follow all these requirements. It's called your runner, right? I couldn't remember last time and someone told me, and I think that's it. That was Nate Diaz's runner. He's like, you gotta get my little bro in there. He hasn't been able to fight anybody, at least not legally, at least not in the ring, you know. And then it looks like at the end they are doing arm wrestling match with Jake Paul and Rajah Jackson. I guess, I mean, it's just to keep him active. Jake is still recovering from his jaw. Rajah is still recovering from his felony. So they're trying to keep it nothing too crazy, trying to keep it modest. But they will be doing an arm wrestling match. 2 mile walk. Heck yeah. Come on. I love it. It's so good to know that you guys are reunited. The little pocket buddy. Heck yeah, paper slide. It's warm in here, bro. It's warm in here. And you know what? There's a little bit of an odor. But that's okay. Spring break. Ooh, sleep till 6 a.m. Oh my goodness, dude. Oh my goodness, don't get crazy. Michael Fury is coming in here to change lives today. He's not coming to take part. He's coming to change lives. He's coming to change the trajectory and the course of these individuals' lives today. During the month of the 10-year anniversary of the Mexican martial arts. Thank you very much for doing what you do, Michael Fury. What a OG, man. What a OG. I think Joe's going to beat Israel. I need to give it another look, man. I don't got much longer till I got to make a statement. And before I put it out there, what's what? Now, I think they're setting this up to do exactly because you already know I am living in the Truman Show. Some would say that makes no sense. It would be the Jesse Show. It would be the Grandmaster Show. However, I feel like not as many people would get the reference that way. And that's why we keep it to the Truman Show. I know a lot of people will say, what about Ed TV? I would say Ed TV is the poor man's Truman Show. Anyway, that's not the point. We already know that when I discuss things here, Mexican Nostradamus style, these things happen to have a way of coming to fruition. And I think whether it's by the UFC and those people pulling the strings or them coming to agreement with Adesanya behind the scenes, whatever it is, however it manifests, I think they're setting up. And again, I got to do my MMA long division. Maybe I'll come in the 12th hour and say, you know what? I think Adesanya is going to run for 4.5 rounds and stick and move and take this guy to a decision. Maybe. But as it currently stands, I think that it seems more likely that they're setting Adesanya up to lose, yet win. Now, Grandmaster, why would you say that he's going to both lose and win? How does that make any sense? I'm glad you asked. If Israel Adesanya loses this fight, then what would it make sense for him to do next? Now, I want to see who does their homework. You want to go ahead and answer the question for me? Do you want to beat me to it while I try to catch up in the chat here? What's up, Cody Chapman? Yeah, he was on that Falls Gump. What's up, Legendary Gnome? Legendary Gnome. So good to see you, Army. So good to see you. He thought he was in a game of tag. It's not fair. Somebody should have told him. He thought he was in a game of tag. Max Holiday thought that he was in a Zuffa boxing match. Somebody's not explaining things to these fighters backstage. MVP's a clown always looking to humiliate his opponents after finishing them. Check under his baseboards. Hey, it got used against him. He humiliated himself. Patiently waiting for them to announce Kane on that card. Yes, bro. I'm waiting for John Jones to make that real money, that Fallon on Fallon fight on the MVP card. Forget Michael Venom Page. This is the real MVP. This MVP's taking over in the Google searches. MVP's like on the 7th page now. You know what? My lady always makes fun of me for that. Because I have a habit of drinking from like coffee mugs or whatever, and I never use the handle. She's like, why don't you use the handle? And I'm like, this feels more secure. I don't know. It kind of feels dainty to me. I don't know. It kind of feels feminine, doesn't it? Is there anyone out there that agrees with me? Now, I'm not saying if there's dudes out there that drink their coffee and hold their mugs like a normal human being, that you got to start asking yourself questions. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, to me, for whatever reason, for whatever repressed reason, this feels a little feminine to me. You know, probably because I see those girls. Have you ever seen like those posts where the girls, they'll have like a mug and they act like it's way heavier than it is. They want to act like they're tiny or something, and they act like the mug is like a gallon big, and they go like this. I don't know why they do that. I don't get it. I don't know if it's supposed to be like a cutesy little, oh, look at how little I am. Ooh. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't know. I would appreciate it if you would voice it, if you agree with me, if you understand what I'm saying, so I don't seem like I am a rock, I am an island. That's your second best impression besides Dana. Or are you talking about Adesanya? You think I would risk my belt? I lost it. I think I went a little bit Dr. Evil on that one. I got overconfident. Jessica, what's going on? Jeez. Okay. I think I was. Oh, so nobody answered my question. Okay. Everybody ignored me. Just wonder if Joe could get to him. That's the thing. Angles, footwork, point fighting, a whole career and lifetime of point fighting. Yeah. A whole career of being light on. No, Adesanya is not light on his feet. He's not at all. Cyril Gain is much lighter on his feet. A bigger dude. He's lighter on his feet than Adesanya is. But Adesanya knows how to stick and move. He knows how to dodge. That dude's been dodging allegations for years now. That fool knows how to get in and out of sticky situations. No pun intended. Well, I mean, I feel like a lot of people would say Izzy's washed. I feel like I'm going to throw up because I've never called him Izzy in my life. It feels more like a term of endearment, like if he's my little boyfriend or something like that. I will never call him Izzy again. It hurt again to repeat it. Adesanya, some would say Adesanya is already washed. Some would say that he's been... some would say... Never mind, who cares? I was gonna say something stupid like he's been washed like 3 times, like when I have to keep putting shout on my clothes when I get soy sauce on them from eating Chinese food, and then I gotta wash them like 3, 4, 5 times and then keep putting more shout. Or I was gonna say someone say he's as washed as my clothes because I got a golden retriever, and when you gotta go, you know how like on the crime shows they put on the blue lights or the black light and they show all the, you know, it's like even more than that is like golden retriever fur. Like there's like more golden retriever fur in my house than there is like oxygen. It's unbearable. It's unbearable. Israel Adesanya is so washed you would think he has a golden retriever. And often eats Chinese food. Now I'm thinking of him touching the golden retriever, and that makes me upset because I got a golden retriever. Hey, Jane's here.
You guys ready to start this show?
Jane's here. I love it. I'm not jumping on the MVP hate train. I've been here, dude. I'm the conductor. He gives me genuine creeps. See, 7-6 says, who uses the handle? See, that's what I'm talking about, bro. What's up, Robert Gerard? If the handle falls off, that's what I'm saying. I got a mug inside right now that I used to drink coffee, and I noticed it was all cracked right here the other day. I would be in trouble if I was using that. I have weak wrists from making pizza though and chipping fries for years and years. I used to Wait a minute. That makes me angry for you, Jane Caulfield. Why don't you have those big old, like Bruce Lee, he used to like lay out butcher paper and he would go like this and he would do all these exercises like to get his arms bigger. How come doing all that stuff that's kind of like wax on, wax off? Why wouldn't that make your wrists even stronger? That makes me mad on your behalf. They shouldn't be getting weaker. If it's hot, it's masculine. Cold, not too much. If it's hot, it's masculine. Oh, dang, Angel just called me out, bro. He just called me out, bruh, because I'm drinking something cold right here. What if I drink it like this? Does this make anybody mad? I know some people that drink like that. They'll like pick up their cup and drink like from the top. Thank you, JC versus P2. Thank you. JG, I'm taking a break from that, bro. I'm taking a break for that. I was clearing my cache on my computer. Bro, so many areolas, bro. So many different angles of Adesanya's areolas. I'm over it, bro. Pitbull. I'm going to keep my thoughts to myself on pit bulls. Thank you, Connor. Thank you. For those of you that don't know, I have a new half channel with Moss from the MMA Holes. It's called the Moss and Jesse Show. I would love it if you would go in there and it's just like it sounds, the Moss and Jesse show. Whenever you guys have time, type it in, because you know what, the algorithm likes that. It doesn't like links as much. If I put a link in here, you click a doodle-doo over there, doesn't like it as much. But if it sees you tapping it in, it's like, oh, snap, they put fingers to the keyboard. They're into this channel, and then it helps us out. So thank you. Thank you very much. It was very fun. And, yeah, I'm very excited about that channel. My arms are jacked and amazing, but my wrists are constantly sad. Dang. Okay, Bane Caulfield. My friend got a rescue XL bully adoption, but now they're saying she needs a $7,000 operation. Then maybe 2 more in 2 months. The dog will be most likely gone from a great home to another. Oh. Dang. That's messed up. Hey, people got a soft spot for dogs, man. Tell them to do a GoFundMe. People got a soft spot. Plus, they rescued it. Go on, try to, you got to pull out the heartstrings of those PETA people, Go on there and be like, hey, you want me to go to a breeder? You want me to go to a breeder and get an expensive dog? Oh, then help out this one. Do you care about that or not? You always all mad at the breeders and throwing blood on people and whatnot. You want me to keep this one that I rescued out of the kindness of, okay, then put your GoFundMe where your judgments are. GM, I know we agree on pit bulls. Lame. Yeah, keep your trained killers caged. Yeah. Yeah. Serio. I really like I watched that show with Moss and GM. It's great. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I really like the chemistry between you guys on that new show. Fix the typo, though. He did mention something like that. There was something in there that he told me, and I fixed it. In the... Did you happen to say it over there too? I wonder if that's why he told me. There was one on the, what is it called? The not the actual video, but like the homepage. I subscribed it and liked the Happy Gilmore reference. Happy Gilmore reference. Where was there a Happy Gilmore reference? Happy Gilmore. Oh, the Tuesday's Gone with the Wind? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, he's trying to get me heated, bro. Coming at Leonard Skinner like that. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, dude. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Did I actually say that in the video, or are you just telling me because you could tell it's Dudu Plessy about the camera? I can't remember if I mentioned it in the video. But yeah, it is frustrating to me because I want to put our best chanclas forward. I want it to be a good watch. And I'll say something right here. Yeah, I understand that, Jane. UFC has Izzy in the thumbnail for the post-fight press conference stream. No way, they already did that. He's gonna be in there because they're anticipating he's gonna show up. Dare to be great. In an alternate reality, I won. I actually had him on the canvas, and I was going to go for the rear naked, but I thought, nah, I want to excite the fans. I want to take it back on the feet. I don't want to come back and win with a submission. You think I would risk my butt? Oh, I don't have my belt anymore. Yeah, one time the handle just fell off. Dang. Okay, legendary Nomo, thank you. Because it definitely made it through the grapevine. I changed it. Hopefully that's the one you're talking about, though. Because I changed one. Hopefully we didn't have more than one. The beard and the beanie, Lord Racer. Why are you doing it to me, bro? Why are you doing this to me? I dislike pit bulls more than I dislike MVP, believe it or not. Oh, I did mention it. Okay. That makes sense. I was having a rough time. Me and Moss were trying to figure out some stuff before the stream, the recording. I even bought a little green screen and everything, and I was trying to figure it out. And at some point, yeah, I have terrible lighting. So even with the green screen, it did it. I mean, you could tell it's dark in here. So I need to figure this out. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Melancholy. It said bring the fans the what or something, but it's fixed now. I was just teasing. Probably said no, not at all. Cause I'm the one like that. Cause man, he's so good with like the production side of things, making sure everything's up and you know, the way they run the MMA whole stuff. It's just, I always have felt like it's such a nice looking, smooth operation, like really cool looking production and everything. So he just makes sure we're all good to go and we're recording and everything's the way it needs to be and we're all on the same channels and the levels are good and all that. So it's like, hey, the least I could do, is do all the stuff, like the hands-on stuff on the actual site itself if it comes to like titling and stuff. So then he'll just let me know like, hey, somebody mentioned this. And I'm like, cool. I'm just glad it wasn't in a bunch of different places. Right now when you said just tap it in. Oh, yeah, dang. I guess I'm full of Happy Gilmore references. I was saying that about, what was I even talking about, bro? The click-a-doodle-doo and tap. I don't know. I was probably saying something about MVP. But I even referenced it in the show with Moss. So, yes, what I was going to say. Dang, for real, Lord Racer? What I was going to say, and I think only like one person actually cared enough to answer my question. No big deal. Is there's a part of me that thinks your lighting looked like you were in the 90s, but I was digging it. I'm talking about even in here. I mean, I guess you guys, maybe you kind of got used to it, but it could be a little brighter in here. It could look better in here. But yeah, in the other thing, yeah. I do kind of like it. I feel like it has this quality where it's kind of like, it almost feels like a filter, or it kind of feels like, I'm making myself feel better about it. Never mind. But what I was saying is I feel like they might be setting Adesanya up for when he loses. Wait a minute. Nobody did answer my question. I was saying, does anybody know what I'm going to say? Does anybody know the answer? And not a single person mentioned it. What I was going to say is I feel like they're setting up Adesanya to lose. And when he does, I'm going to give you one more chance. Can you guys come through for me this time? When Adesanya loses, who are they going to set him up with? What's going to be a real big, nice fight for him to have after that, coming off of a loss? What's that fight going to be? Who pays attention? JG, I will tell you this, for what it's worth. I know the disgust of like sequels and everything being all super PC and them ruining everything, and Happy Gilmore was gonna come back and he was gonna be a woman now, and like the whole thing. I get it. I get the fear of people remaking something and ruining it. I watched it. And if I remember correctly, I'm trying to remember different moments. I'm trying to sift it through my beanie to make sure I'm not misspeaking, and then you see it and you're all disappointed. If I remember correctly, I loved it. Because I love Adam Sandler movies, and I was very nervous that he was going to come back and ruin something. And it was going to be a disaster, and it was going to be terrible, and it was going to make me sad. I thought it was going to be like Dumb and Dumber Part 2. I can't even believe that movie, man. I can't even. It almost feels like they were forcing Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels to do that movie. It felt like a humiliation ritual. It almost felt like they were forcing them to do it, or they were gonna like share their internet history, or like they seemed like they did it so begrudgingly and like tongue in cheek, like we're gonna make this bad and terrible on purpose. It broke my heart because that franchise, it's like I love it so much. The first movie. There's not many movies I love better than that. Like, if any. Maybe just The Wizard of Oz. That is one of my favorite movies of all time. And part 2 was some doo-doo plessy. Happy Gilmore 2? I loved it. I think it's worth a shot, bro. Where the heck? They're setting Israel up with Dancing with the Stars. Dang it, what happened to that? Did I imagine that comment? I can't find it anymore. I can't find the comment anymore where you were even talking about not wanting to watch it. Oh, that's jeez. Okay, here we go. O'Doyle rules. Interesting. They had to have some interior motives then, because it was atrocious. Still collected the cups. How dare you, WMC? How dare you? Bro. Do you tell me, hey, WMC, do you like the Avengers movies? Like the Marvel movies, the Avengers? My favorite chips, Hot Cheetos. Forever and ever. Forever and ever, amen. I'm gonna eat them forever and ever, forever and ever, amen. If RFK Jr. takes away Red Dye 40, I'll consider political violence. Interesting. So you don't like Avengers movies. Do you like, let me see, if you didn't like Happy Gilmore 2 and you don't watch Avengers movies, you don't like it and you don't watch Avengers movies. Where do you fall then? Where do you fall then? Do you like did you like Happy Gilmore Part 1? Can you not click on a person's name and see their full chat history? I could do it on my end. Me? Um, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Apparently you can. If you click on someone's name and click on channel activity, it'll show you like the first 3 from like whatever respective video, and then you click the arrow and it'll show all of them. Oh my gosh. That's kind of a good, like, whenever some newbies, some randos show up in here and they're acting, like, you could kind of, I don't know. Wow, that's crazy. I didn't even know that. Yeah, I remember, man, back in the day, that song was everything, bro. Then listen how the song ends. Con queso with the melted nacho cheese still in the bag or what? Heck yeah, dude. Your stomach must be bulletproof. Dude, I've been training it. I've been training it since infancy, bro. Since infancy. I came into this world clutching to a bag of hot Cheetos. I love them, man. Hot Cheetos and throwing all those jalapenos and crushed peppers on my pizza. Eating all that tajin on my fruit. Dude, I used to eat them like on the daily, bro. I would eat these, it was either bologna or salami. It would be straight nothing. I'm telling you, bro, it would be straight nothing but white bread and just one piece of bologna or salami. And I'd put a bunch of Red Devil hot sauce all over. Like, look, I'd put the bread down, right? Then you put the bologna. I would douse. You couldn't even see the bologna anymore. I put hot sauce all over it. Then I put the other bread on top. And then I put hot sauce all over the top of the bread. And it would get like soggy if you didn't eat it fast enough. I would just, dude. And then when I didn't do that, I would put the bread, the bologna, and then I'd put a bunch of hot Cheetos. I literally did this. I did this last night, actually. Marilena fell asleep and I was hungry. So then I went to the kitchen and I made 2 sandwiches, just white bread. And now I can't even remember the last time I ate bologna or salami. I eat turkey now. And I put turkey and then I covered it. Like, I hid the turkey with a bunch of hot Cheetos and then put the other bread and just ate crunchy 2 sandwiches like that. I remember when I was a little kid, I used to just get the Red Devil and just drink hot sauce, basically. I'd put it on my popcorn. I did not know that, Jane. I had no idizzle. My jizzle. Oh. Hopefully I'm the only one that caught that. I apologize profusely. I do it for trolls all the time. That's how you get to know somebody. I like it. Please disregard any comments I may have made. I was on NyQuil. Wait, when? Was that recently? Ooh. That's what I'm talking about. Hot Cheetos with cheese from the ice cream truck. Dang. Heck yeah, Tyler Betts. I would do it. The fried bologna with mustard, and I put ketchup too, bro. I don't know if that's a little twisted. I've never watched John Wick either. Oh, it's a mod feature, so not everybody could do it. Oh. Heck yeah, Jane. I'm glad you enjoy it. Yeah, I couldn't, like, in my beanie, I was like, this isn't inappropriate, right? Because it's not like the saying. You know how the saying goes? It's like, I don't say that word, but this is family friendly, right? And then I heard it, which, you know what's funny? I've never said that word in my life. Like, you know, the root word. I don't talk like that. I've never even said that word. So, I mean, I'm not going to act like I've never said anything in my life that I shouldn't say. I just have happened to never say that word. So it was weird that that's what happened to, you know. Thank you, Miss Chuck Almighty. Melancholy. Oh. I'm telling you, Robert. I'm telling you, dude. You got to tell them to pull on those heartstrings, bro. It makes me sad. Now I know we're at a crossroads here. I know we have differences of opinion on breeds and whatnot, but I'm just saying, you know, because we're homies here. I'm just saying, you know, because I know you're feeling it. I don't want to come at, like, now's not the time to, like, if I had a friend and he was bummed out about his car being in the shop, I don't feel like that's the time for me to be like, hey, well, you're stupid fool. Why'd you get a Lamborghini? This is going to be a headache, bro. Like, I don't want to do that. Just because maybe I don't love certain breeds, you know. It's just, it doesn't make you any less sad, you know. It doesn't make you any less bummed out. It doesn't make the family any less bummed out. It's a tough situation. It's a tough situation to navigate. Cause Jane's a creep. Jane's a widow. To the Late Show. What's the Mexican word? Shoot. Are you talking about jazz? It's just jazz. I love jazz, bro. I love jazz. Have I said hello to ARJR yet?
You guys ready to start this show?
Yeah, it's kind of like I look at it like like I'm a Christian, right? I'm a Christian. And let's say I had a friend that's a Muslim, right? And I know that some people like to act like those are interweavable. Not the case. But let's say I'm a Christian and I have a homie that's a Muslim and he's upset because somebody burned his mosque down, you know? I'm not going to be like, you should have been a Christian, homie. You know, like, I'm going to be like, bro, I'm sad that you're feeling sad. I feel for you. You're going through a rough time. Now, maybe if you wouldn't have ever went to the mosque, you wouldn't be feeling this way right now. But, you know, it's not the right time to do that. You know? So I get it. It's like it doesn't change my feelings about that particular thing, but I'm trying to show empathy and kind of take myself out of myself in that moment. So I get it. Absolutely. I mean, two things could be true at once. On one hand, like, yeah, are we simpatico on certain things we feel melancholy? Yes. Do I have a heart and feel for you in this moment? Of course. I mean, I love pets, man. I love pets. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think people that have like that own like a snake or like a reptile, I think they're twisted. I think they need to be seen by you know, I don't know how much I think they need to be seen by somebody, you know. But a lot of people, they're like, oh, I want a snake, or that's cute, or you know, everybody's different, you know. I'm just trying, Melancholy. I'm trying here, bro. I'm trying here. um, Long story short, ARJR, without like rehashing and getting the blood boiling or anything like that. I'll say this: there was someone in the chat who had a friend that rescued a pit bull, and now it looks like it's going to require a ton of different surgeries or something like that. Lots of money. And the family is now probably going to have to part ways with the pit bull, and the dude's upset about it. And then there was someone else in the chat. Oh, and by the way, I think I already mentioned it. It was a pit bull. So at some point in the conversation, I don't even remember. I thought it was before this came up, but I happened to mention how I'm not particularly a fan of pit bulls. I think they tend to have bad reputations and maybe are dangerous and whatnot. And someone in the chat agreed with that, and then the person that agreed with that, and then the person that's sad about the dog, had a little bit of they went 3 rounds. And then we were just trying to go over how, you know what, we don't all have to agree on the different breeds and stuff that we like. Everyone has different tastes, but you know, I'll still try to show in that moment empathy and be out of myself for a little bit. Maybe I wouldn't get a certain kind of dog. Maybe I don't love a certain kind of dog. Maybe I would never want myself or any of my loved ones to be around 1,000-mile radius of a certain dog. But if a person, you know, in that situation is really going through it, you know, that's a homie. You know, they're feeling sad, and that I could relate with. I might not be able to relate why you want this kind of dog, why you would want a snake, why you would want a hamster. I can't wrap my beanie around that. But, oh, you're sad? That I understand. I feel for you. I hope you feel better. I hope you figure something out. Like that I understand. We are all created in the image of God and deserve a certain dignity and respect. Doesn't mean we all have to agree. Yeah. Of course. Heck yeah. I'm a dude that loves cats. I'll say it. Okay, that I will not stand for. Let me block this dude real quick. Doesn't want to watch Happy Gilmore Part 2. Loves cats. That's 2 strikes. We'll wait for a 3rd one. No, see, I like turtles. I'm a hypocrite, bro. Snakes, lizards, you know, other turtles. I like turtles. Frogs, I like turtles though. Disco Golf Hutch. I want to say something. I woke up to a notification. I woke up to a PayPal notification. Wait, did I wake up? Was I already up? I woke up to a notification. Okay, my internet's going slow. Did I wake up to it, or was I already awake? It's not telling me what time on here. I want to say thank you to Disco Golf Hutch. I want to say thank you for dropping 27 big ones in the PayPal and for the gift. Thank you, Disco. Thank you. And for also shouting out the Moss and Jesse show. Thank you, Disco Golf Hutch. I appreciate you very much. I appreciate you being such a force in this community. I thought about you the other day when I was at church, bro, because there was somebody that we know that's kind of like a family friend, I guess you could say. She's not my friend, but some people in the family. She's a friend. And she was there with her boyfriend, I guess. And somebody said, "Oh, that's her boyfriend." And he's like, I forgot how they said. I think the way they said it, because they're not in that world, you know. They said something like, "Yeah, he does the he throws frisbees, you know." And I thought about you, man. And I was like, it's not a frisbee, it's a disc. I stood up for you, bro. Thank you very much. And I don't know if James Bishop is in here. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting to welcome him. I swear I thought I saw something pop up earlier when I was editing a photo with James Bishop. I think we're going to be seeing him real soon. But James Bishop was throwing down donations all like the last couple months, even though he wasn't even able to join us. And I want to say thank you for doing it, bro. Thank you for supporting the cause. I hope we see you in here soon. And also, this is a name that I haven't seen around these parts in a while. I don't know if the homie's lurking. I don't know what's going on. But some of you will remember this name. You will recognize this name. This is an OG to the familia. Travis Woodbury. Travis Woodbury says, R.I.P. Carlos Norris, real name. Jesse talking papas. I think is because I was throwing out some suspicions, some questions and curiosities about, you know, the circumstances surrounding the death of Carlos Norris. And Travis Woodbury slapped down 100 big ones in the Cash App. Thank you, Travis Woodbury. Thank you, dude. Wait, turn up the volume. Okay, I'm going to play a sound as I try to fix my audio. This makes no sense. Why is my audio not coming through? It's not even connected? What's happening? Of course. Okay, let me try one thing that has worked in the past for a similar issue. I'm telling you, bro. One day I'm going to be professional. One day. And I don't know which day it's going to be, but I'm going to pick one day and I'm going to be super professional. Yeah, that didn't fix it. Dude, this is so dumb. With me.
My flow goes deep like the ocean. It burns so hard, grab the
Can you hear it? Is it too loud? How does it sound?
Cause I'm sipping on this green tea potion.
What do you think? Thank you, bro. I'm trying to fix it, Robert. Thank you. Okay. It's not too loud? I would assume you would tell me if it was too loud, right? Okay. Thank you. I don't even know why that would have happened. That makes no sense. Thank you, everybody. Look at this community telling me when they could actually hear me. Oh, heck yeah. Thoughts on Yuri versus Alberg? I'm gonna have to revisit. I'm gonna have to revisit before the day of. But I think Alberg has a good chance. I think Yuri is I think he's a social media fighter. I think he came in strong. I think he peaked in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get the metaphor, right? I think he came in strong and he kind of got his fan base. And then I think he became a Twitter warrior. And I'm not saying like this. I'm saying all his highlights are from him, punching trees and doing spinning kicks in the snow, you know? And I think he maybe started feeling himself a little bit too much. And I think that's all there is to it. Robert, I have to be honest, I'm not entirely sure I know what you mean, bro. Anything about the missionary of Jesus Christ. Like about what Jesus Christ's mission was? Or about a dude that's coming to talk to you that says he's a missionary? Or you're trying to be a missionary? What led you to want to accept this phone call? Are they trying to get you to sell something? Yeah, there's definitely been rougher times in this dojo. How does it go? There is no sound in this dojo. There is no music in this dojo. There is no audio in this dojo. Jiri gets hit a ton? Yeah. Dang, Melancholy's like, no pit bulls, no religion. Losing my religion. To be honest, I was feeling the same way. So if those of you, if you just got here and you weren't paying attention to the news before, disco. You'll hear no complaints. Yeah, I'm not even gonna. If you guys did not hear, JDS is on the MVP Netflix card. What you think about that? Netflix MVP card. Are you impressed? Are you entertained? Are you entertained? Dang. Robert Gerard. I'll keep it real short. I will keep it real short. I'll keep it very short. Okay? I'm a person who has a faith that is very important to them. I consider myself a Christian, okay? I know a couple people just left, a couple people vomited. I'm fine with that. But I will tell you, in my experience, I feel very comfortable making the assumption that if somebody's trying to set up a phone call like this with you and call you and talk about this over the phone with you, I would think that it's probably something that you don't want to engage with and spend your time on. In my life experience, somebody who is living a type of life of faith that you would have any desire to emulate and run in the same circles with isn't cold calling people over the phone. That's usually indicative of something kind of funky going on. If it was me, I probably just wouldn't answer the phone. Yes, it is. MMA knows it all. Yes, it is. Melancholy. One of them. Oh my gosh, dude. JDS and Ronda? Shoo! Well, there will be more events to come. Heck yeah, Robert. Junior Dos Santos. He's the dude with the dark eyes in the thumbnail. The dark eyes, the shadowy eyes. Dang, like that, Jane? I wear multiple beanies, Melancholy. Okay. How about Nogano Felipe Lins, though? I mean, respect to Felipe Lins for getting a paycheck, you know? I am excited, Meat Rocket. I am a nostalgic individual. I have said it numerous times that I am not ashamed. I am not ashamed one bit about being more excited for the MVP card than I am for the White House card. And I said that even Donald Trump himself, if the White House card and the Netflix card were on the same day, he would have snuck out the back door of the White House to go scope the Netflix event. Everybody knows. It's a no-brainer. I am excited about it. What is the MVP card? Oh, dang it. Did I close it? Oh, yeah. Hopefully I could find a good... I found the article earlier that had it. It took forever to get to the point. Well, you know what? I could just go like this, huh? This might be easier for you guys. Nobody get you down. I'll leave it up here on the screen for a moment. These are all the fights on the MVP card. Oh, wait, it doesn't even fit. I'm going to have to make it. Here we go. They just added one more after this, though. The website has not updated. They're doing, at the end of all this, they're doing an arm wrestling match between Jake Paul, and oh, I forgot who I said earlier. They're doing an arm wrestling match between. Do you guys remember who I said? I don't even remember. Let's see if you guys are paying attention. Yeah, it's my own fault. Melancholy. I put myself in a corner, bro. Angel Padilla. Thank you, dude. Keeping it 100. I know, dude. It makes me nostalgic watching the old WWF too. That's why, like, I'm the perfect audience for it, man. I love it. Going on there, watch Brutus the Barber Beefcake and Hulk Hogan. Heck yeah. I don't know. Are they letting the... Did they ever debunk what Marab said about Russians at the White House? Oh, that was supposed to be a hot dog.
Whose hot dog is this?
Miss Chuck Almighty. I started to watch it. I didn't finish it yet because one of my, I mean, I know they'll see stuff, but they're not gonna see it by way of me, you know. One of my kids came into the room because I played it and it started off very funny. I just didn't know where it was gonna go. I was like at the very beginning where like some dude was getting his mustache punched off of his face, and I was like, oh, this is already right up my beanie. And then just because of like the name, I was like, okay, I'm gonna pause this real quick. And then I haven't finished it yet. I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to be like, oh yeah, I loved it. I'm gonna finish it. Ask me again, because I am going to finish it. But I already like the intro. Who do you guys think that should get the title shot against Volkanovski? Do you think it should be Silva? Do you think it should be Evloev? Do you think it should be Lopez? Do you think it should be Sarukian? What do you think? Silva apparently was on the Ariel Helwani show, and he doesn't think that Mobsar should get a title shot, and that he's had a bunch of cancellations, and that he's going to be inactive, and he's going to have a boring fight, and he doesn't bark. And he says if Volkanovski beats him, he will leave the UFC. Silva's putting some high stakes on it. But Volkanovski is saying that he thinks Mobsar beats all the contenders in the division. Ain't no doubt about it. I'm in love. Oh my gosh. Melancholy was confused the whole time. He thought we were talking about Pitbull, the artist. Oh no. Oh no.
Are you intoxicated or something?
Oh, jeez. Movie night was so much fun. It cost $76 million to rent, but we got it. Hey, we have a free movie today. We have a free movie. I'm recovering, bro. Are you guys able to make it for the movie night tonight? Tonight works, right? Because this week is tricky for me. This week is tricky for me. Tonight works, right? If Gene the Screamer gets a shot, then I'll offer myself back up for adoption. Mind you, I've been off the roster for 28 years. You don't like Silva? He'll cry, no doubt. He won't leave, though. Just give it to him like Groundhog Day. What if they just keep spamming Lopez till he gets it? And then when he gets it, they'll be like, see? We knew he was going to get it. What do you guys complain? That's exactly the kind of thing that Dana White would do. You guys complaining? You guys are never happy. We gave Volkanovski to Lopez 7 times. And finally, Lopez beat him. Well, it was decision, and the judges gave it to him because we just needed to play out this way. But he beat him, and you guys were haters and complaining, and obviously you see now that it was gonna happen. I just feel like if he gave Volkanovski it hurts me to even say that because I know that Lopez would just never beat him. But let's say Lopez beat him after 14 tries, then Dana would be like, "See, we knew what we were doing." Oh heck yeah! I never thought that we'd see Jane there. Okay, hear me out. This was maybe one of my favorite movies from my teenage years, all right? Hear me out. It's a cult classic, okay? I'm getting nervous. Okay, Mallrats. Have you guys seen Mallrats? I'm thinking maybe sometime in the 6 o'clock hour. Happy Gilmore 2. Dang. How dare you? How dare you turn it into a laughing matter? Vacation. Heck yeah. Interesting. I've never seen those movies, Miss Chuck Almighty. I've never seen those. I do have it's a daunting task that I've been saying for like a month I need to hurry up and tackle. I have a ton of screenshots with all the movie suggestions that I need to put like in one document, and I'll put that in there because I've never seen it. That'd be interesting. Hey, that's a cool name for a band, Chicano U-Turn. I like that, bro. Hey, what do you guys call? Hey, we're Chicano U-Turn. I like that, bro. It's a bunch of Asians. Heck yeah, disco. How dare you, balloon fart? How dare you? How could you say that, dude? You don't like Jason Lee, bro? The stink palm, yeah. If you guys actually watch my videos, you'll know that I use the stink palm reference in one of my videos. I was very influenced by Mallrats. Is that a reference that I'm not getting, Miss Chuck Almighty, that you're exposing me on? Old baby? I could see that. Does JDS look like an old baby? I don't know. Hate the game, Melancholy. Hate the game. You guys always expose me and my terrible memory. That does sound familiar. You know what? I'm not gonna look it up. I want to be surprised. How dare you, Johnny? I'm not. What the? I say it all the time. I grew up watching things that came decades before my time. I grew up watching the Andy Griffith show, the Blank Van Blank show. If you know, you know. Sanford and Son. Heck yeah. I remember my mind was blown the first time I watched Clerks. I was like, dude, this dude writes dialogue like Quentin Tarantino. Chocolate covered breads. Heck yeah. I love the love that Mallrats is getting right here. I love it. If I remember, because I have very vague memories of it, Angel Padilla, and I remember I was very hesitant to watch it because I actually had 80. It was actually whatever you want to call it, training partner from karate. He was an atheist dude that was trying to get me to watch it because I had watched Jay and Silent Bob and I thought it was funny. And he was trying to get me to watch Dogma. And I kind of got a whiff of what it was about. And I was like, eh. And I watched it. And man, that was so long ago. If I remember correctly, I think I felt a little bit conflicted about it. Because I think I knew I should have a feeling about this, like against this. But if I remember correctly, I think there was a few parts that made me laugh. And I remember my dad not really appreciating that I was watching it or that I thought any of it was funny, and I appreciate that. I'm a big believer in people holding each other accountable and not being a compromiser and not playing around with stuff that I have no business playing around with. And I would do that often, you know, if you have, you know, parents that, cause you know, kids aren't that dumb, you know, they're pretty dumb, but not that dumb, like in that way, like you get to a certain age and it doesn't take long where you can kind of tell, are my parents a couple dirtbags? Are they just worthless kids that didn't really grow up and they're just terrible? Or are they worth gleaning some wisdom from? And I always felt the latter way about my parents, you know, like I feel like, you know, I could trust what they say. And yeah, I remember that was kind of something that stuck with me. Like the movie itself, I couldn't tell you a single thing about it. I completely forgot like what even happens in that movie. But I remember the way that it kind of made me feel and some of the back and forth about it. And like what I keep connecting it with right now is like Bill Maher. That's like the most detailed thing I could tell you. I remember around that time, like for some reason I'm making a mental connection with it, because I remember one of the things I never liked about Bill Maher, it seemed like his whole life, like his whole existence was just to badmouth faith and, you know, whatever. And it's like, bro, you don't even seem to have any kind of objectivity or critical thinking to try to actually arrive at something. It seems like you already are coming into this with preconceived notions and you're just trying to backfill it now. Yeah, I wouldn't tell someone, hey, go watch it. I wouldn't tell my kids, hey, go check this out. You know, so I guess maybe that's the best way to answer it. Oh, that's what. Yeah, that's what it was. ARJR. Yeah. Yes, if it works for everybody, then yes. Today is gonna be the best day for me to pull that off. That's a good idea going forward, Legendary Gnome. Because I've been trying to round robin people's ideas and be fair. That's a good way to do it as well. More stay. Oh, man, you're bringing this stuff back to me. Yeah, like, so Miss Chuck Almighty likes Dogma, no surprise. And and JG says, I'm an atheist and I don't remember thinking it was funny. The best thing that I feel like I could remember from Dogma, because again, I couldn't tell you a single scene from it or a joke or anything. But what I feel like I do remember, it almost felt like if it was pandering. You know, like that's how I feel when I watch like Dawkins, when I watch, who's that other guy that treats everything like a prop and puts his glasses and takes them back off and chews on them and acts like he's in a movie? Hitchens. When I see stuff from Dawkins, it feels like they're pandering. It feels like they know exactly what their audience wants to hear, and they feed it. And I felt like that's what that movie was doing. Unfortunately, these things exist. There are, gosh, I hate to say it. I'll say it this way. I'll make it more general. Religious. There are definitely religious tropes that a lot of people that mishandle whatever, the faith, the scriptures, whatever, they create these things. And unfortunately, they make it very easy for people on the outside to make fun of it. And I felt like that movie was full of that. And it seemed like low-hanging fruit. That would be fun, MMA. MMA know-it-all. Walker Texas Ranger was a good show, bro. However, I do not have a total gym. Dang, for real, MMA know-it-all? Dang. I did, again, I think I should be concerned because my memory is really bad. I couldn't tell you a single thing about Beavis and Butthead, but I know I loved it. I love King of the Hill. No. They were saying the people that made Beavis and Butthead made King of the Hill. Where did that come from? The other guys. That's the one with Will Ferrell and Wahlberg, right? I think I thought that was kind of funny. Oh, shoot. Is that the lore? He was on there? Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, good. It looks like we are definitely doing movie night on Patreon today. Who is this? Why is anybody following me on here? This thing is super dead. Oh, she's a OnlyFans girl. Do you ever get all these Do you ever get all these like OnlyFans like bot accounts just following you? Like you could tell they're just like not even real people. Or it's always two things. They're not even real people or they're real naked people. It's always that. There's no in between. No in between. To the land of funk, to the land of funk. Dang, Mike Judge was just, man, he put out that much stuff into the world, huh? The basis for the film Office Space. Dude. I don't know you. On TikTok? Jeez. That always happens to me on Instagram. And I tell them, why do you keep adding me? Just because I've been liking all your photos doesn't mean that I want you to follow me. That's my purse. I think Silva should get the next title shot. Did anybody even really answer the question earlier? It has to be Silva. How could anybody dispute that? It has to be Silva. How did you watch that Mofsar fight with Murphy and think that Mofsar deserves it? That's not how it works now. We don't go off of who has been left behind here. Who thinks that we still go off of like who's the contender? I think the fight between Murphy and Mobsar showed us very clearly that Volkanovski is in a different league. Doesn't even come anywhere close. These dudes just aren't there. Silva almost knocked out Lopez like 3 times. And then he got caught, and then it was, some people say it was an early stoppage. And he's way more exciting, and that's what matters right now. Entertainment. Cuts better promos, talks more. Don't give it to Silva. Who should he give it to? Who should get it? Silva, Evloev, Lopez, or Sarukian? If Mobsar gets the fight, he might cancel. The fight is pointless. If you like Mobsar, let him survive longer fighting other people. What's he going to do? Is he going to try to stand and trade with Volkanovski? How's that going to go? Is he going to try to take him down with Volkanovski's takedown defense? Does he want to end up on the ground with him so he can get grounded and pounded into the canvas? Let's preserve Mobsar. Get him a BMF title shot. Him and Lopez could fight for the BMF bout. They have bots starting arguments in comment sections for engagement on Insta. Oh my gosh. I wish they would do that on my YouTube videos. I'm pretty sure Sandhagen, Corey Sandhagen, he was showing off some stuff on OnlyFans and getting paid for it. He was getting paid more than from his fights. I don't believe Silva's matched up. He's currently campaigning for a fight against Volkanovski. He was just talking to Ariel Hawini about how he deserves it. Evloev to shut everybody up. But why would that shut him up? I feel like Evloev had his chance to shut up everybody when he fought Murphy. And he showed that people should only continue to question his capabilities. He had his opportunity to shut them up. He can't shut up people by simply getting the opportunity to fight Volkanovski. You're supposed to shut people up so to earn yourself the opportunity. We can't hear on Twitter one day, hey, Evloev is getting the fight against Volkanovski, and then everyone's like, oh, dang, we better shut up now. People get hushed when someone does a good performance. I like Silva to go against Volk. I feel like if Mobstar gets it, he'll just sit on the belt for a year before. Yeah, unfortunately, man, these people are they're making a bad reputation for themselves. And yeah, I said these people. It's not good, man. Of kind of gross though, lose respect. Wait, what? Gold of kind of gross. What? From dudes, I bet. What the heck are we talking about? I feel like we're having multiple conversations. Okay, we decided it. Silva's going to get the next title shot. Can Adesanya bounce back? Adesanya is the only one out of the 14 undisputed middleweight champions in UFC history to have 2 separate title reigns. Well, all that means is that he lost it. He hasn't had a victory since April of 2023. 1-4 in his last 5 fights. Dang. You think Grasso's going to send Macy Barber to the PFL or what? What do you mean, these people? These people. I'm going to start an OnlyFans. It will be just me getting unnecessarily angry while grading papers. Hey, you know there's got to be an audience out there for it, bro. I'm easy like Sunday morning. If Armin could make weight, he should get it a rematch. If Armin could make weight, he should get it a rematch before Silva gets it. He's cringe. A rematch? A rematch? He is cringy. Like, Silva's not like my favorite fighter. I just think he's going to be more entertaining. he's gonna make a more exciting fight. That dude fights like Tony Ferguson. Will Israel Adesanya beat Pyfer? At this very moment in time, without doing my long division first, I don't think so. Bro, I just realized like 2 hours later, I got distracted and I never answered my own question because I kept trying to give you guys the opportunity to answer it for me to see if you guys were paying attention, and nobody ever said it. They're setting up Israel Adesanya for a loss so that so it could make sense, because it won't make sense if Adesanya wins. They're setting it up so that Adesanya, when he takes a loss to Pyfer, his next opponent will be Conor McGregor. You're welcome. Dang, you think Evloev beats Silva? Elon Musk starting a fight club on the moon? Dude. CM Punk? All right, at least you answered. I respect that. I respect the attempt. Hey, people don't respect, bro. Thank you. I've been telling people the way that Conor McGregor is looking these days, because people can't have it both ways. They want to say he's never, ever going to get down to this or that weight again. He's too big. But then when I say, how about Adesanya? He's too small. Makes no sense. And I remind people, bro, he probably weighs more than Adesanya right now. The weight that Conor McGregor walks out, the weight that he walks out, he probably weighs more. And then he's the same size as Gastelum. So it doesn't matter you're trying to talk height. By the way, height doesn't matter anyway. What if you got two heavyweights and one of them is like 10 inches shorter? You can say they can't fight? Height doesn't mean anything anyway. But he's the same size as Gastelum. Probably weighs more than Adesanya. Former champions. Former like Hall of Famers. Former people say it at different times. Best striker ever in the UFC. It's the perfect matchup. Two fall from grace. It's just one of them. The fall from grace is crazy for those two. The what if stories. I want to see Nate Diaz handle Conor. Man. I get it. I'm always just like so shocked when I hear about that. I feel like we've just seen so much of them together in the ring. It's like might as well get Volkanovski and Lopez again. And most people think it's 2-0 and they stole it from Diaz in the second one. People keep saying that, you know, how many times Conor McGregor knocked Diaz down in that fight. And it's like people don't realize that Diaz was pulling guard. Like, is it Diaz's fault that he makes it look so slick, so smooth and effortless just being in that flow state that the moment Conor even thinks about throwing, Nate Diaz is already like, I'm going back. I'm going to absorb this. It's kind of like the same idea as a sacrifice throw. Same concept. He's like, I'm going to absorb this, go right into my guard position, and it doesn't get respected. They don't respect the martial arts when it comes to the judging. It's all about politics, man. From years ago, they were trying to set up a third fight. I think that's why I can't get excited about it. I know it's political. You don't have to go. I don't know why we would never see it. I don't know why they won't give it to us. It makes the most sense. Ariel said that Conor's coming back and maybe fighting Max Holloway. Oh, my gosh. I hope he's just trying to get some news going, man. That's terrible. That's terrible. It is the perfect matchup, bro. Thank you. I don't know, Tom Bao. It felt like it took forever to me because I couldn't stand that dude. It felt like it was a slow process, man. Dang, CM Punk isn't a nice guy? He really does act like a punk? I always got the impression that he was like, when it's outside of kayfabe. Hey, he's probably in kayfabe, Angel. Dang. Yeah, I have heard that William Shatner is a terrible dude. Terrible dude. Do you ever when you're drinking like water that had ice in it, when the ice is melted, you look and it just looks like a cloud of like disgustingness in there? Like it reminds me of that riddle where the dude let the ice melt and then he got poisoned. Like I'm looking like the most cloudiest clouds I've ever seen in my life in this cup from the melted ice, and it's very concerning. Dang. Man, that's messed up. That's disappointing to hear. Oh wow. So I don't know if you guys have already heard of this. This article just came out 17 minutes ago, but that doesn't mean anything. It could be an old article. Eddie Hearn promises to launch MMA promotion as UFC's personalities are dying. Matchroom Boxing executive Eddie Hearn plans to sign several top UFC fighters in the coming months and eventually launch an MMA promotion. I mean, if you guys didn't believe that the UFC was dying yet, I mean, look at already what Netflix is. Dude, I love this song so much. I'm so distracted.
Are you intoxicated or something?
This is why I'm so elated. I love this song, man. It always reminds me of what is the movie? Isn't it called She's All That? Where the dude, her boyfriend, was like dancing in the cafeteria to the song or something. Or he wasn't her boyfriend. He was like a reality show star or something. You guys remember? I know Miss Chuck Almighty knows what I'm talking about. That's like right up your alley kind of movie. Like with what Netflix is already doing, and then now Eddie Hearn, and you already know how people are from like those parts of the world. They flock together, bro. If Eddie Hearn starts a promotion, he's gonna get all the UK fighters, man. He's gonna absorb all of them. Matchroom Boxing, Eddie Hearn plans to sign several UFC fighters in the coming months and eventually launch MMA promotion. The ongoing rivalry between UFC CEO and Dana White and Matchroom Boxing's Eddie Hearn could move from the ring to the cage. Processing. It was a movie called She's All That with Freddie Prinze Jr. and the other lady, I can't remember her name. She came in it was the one that played Kiss Me Under the Milky Twilight, wasn't it? They were going to like prom together or something. And he had a girlfriend. Wasn't her name Summer? But then she like cheated on him with this reality show star. He's the guy that was in like Scream, I think. And they're playing Give It To Me, Baby. He was like dancing and stuff. I don't know. Is it coming back to you yet? White launched Zuffa Boxing earlier this year and has signed several top-tier talents with just a few months into its infancy. Conor Benn, Hearn's former pupil under Matchroom, signed with Zuffa Boxing for a one-fight, $50 million deal earlier this year. In addition to Benn's shocking decision to sign with Zuffa Boxing, the bad blood between White and Hearn continues to skyrocket. The two sides have traded barbs in recent months as Hearn has repeatedly criticized the UFC and Zuffa Boxing's business structure, specifically how fighters are financially compensated. In response to White's, Hearn joined UFC heavyweight champion Tomas Aspinall's team in an advisory role and will be a key presence in future negotiations. But according to Hearn, the Aspinall partnership is just the beginning of his envisioned move into MMA. Eddie Hearn, MMA promoting will be done the right way. 5 to 6 UFC stars signing in 2026. In a recent interview on Politely Raw with Pac-Man Jones, Hearn was asked about a potential move into mixed martial arts, and his answer adds fuel to his budding feud with Dana White. It's something that we're looking at, but I want to get it right. I don't understand the sport enough yet. With the signing of Tomas Aspinall, I'm able to understand the fighters, look at contracts. To understand the fighters and look at contracts, I can go to a broadcast partner now and sign a $10 million MMA deal, but I want to get it right. I want to be a success, and I want it done the right way. There's a real chance that Matchroom could be signing by the summer 5 to 6 of the biggest names in the UFC. I bet you one of them is Sean O'Malley. Because Sean O'Malley was talking a lot about money, and he was talking a lot about Conor Benn, and he was talking about a lot about how he's at the end of his contract and how he wants to try to work something out before fighting it out to be at the UFC's good graces. And you know they ain't gonna. You know what it might be hinging on? His performance at the White House. If it doesn't go well, if it's lackluster, if he loses, he's going to Matchroom. The biggest problem that the UFC has is that they're not driving the profiles, personalities, and storylines of these fighters. I'm not saying that Jake Paul's card is the best of the best, but of all the people on the card, have massive names with big personalities, that you know. And then you have Conor McGregor sitting there, the biggest star in the sport, sitting there. If Conor Benn's getting $15 million, then what's the Matt getting? Her continued. I say $100 million. These are the personalities that are dying in the UFC. So Hearn's going to get McGregor. He's going to get O'Malley. He's going to get, John Jones? Unless Ronda could pay him more. Hearn's comments come after Conor McGregor's highly anticipated MMA comeback was left off of the upcoming White House card at UFC Freedom 250. McGregor hasn't fought since shattering his leg against Dustin Poirier. Wow. So now we got Netflix already. And it's not just putting the UFC to shame. It's putting the UFC White House card to shame. Supposed to be the biggest card ever. And now we get Eddie Hearn, a guy that's already doing big things in boxing and hates Dana White. The dude is motivated. Dang, like that, Army? Yeah, I mean, the fact that he's mentioning Conor, and I think Sean O'Malley's a prospect, I don't think it has to do with just UK. Story of my life. What's up, Octopus? Dang, Miss Chuck Almighty, I'm telling you, you got to rent it. You got to rent it. Matthew Lillard. Okay. Yeah. She's all that. Dang. I wonder, Army, if he's just going to get less fighters. He might have learned from the UFC model. Hey, they have too much. They need to trim the fat. Even UFC is firing guys, letting guys go, not re-signing guys that are undefeated. So he's probably like, hey, clearly, like he has the advantage of being able to have learned from the UFC's model, from their mistakes. Dang, Freddie Prinze Jr.? Shoo. Hey, was there ever a movie? There had to be. There had to be a movie that had Freddie Prinze Jr. and Nev Campbell in it, right? They had the perfect crossover, like that era. They had to be in a movie together, right? Dang. Zuffa Boxing is 60% owned by His Righteousness and only 40% by Turkey. So, dang. Yeah, Dana is like super against them going to Zuffa. Oh, yeah, they do not, Octopus. Yeah, the UFC straight up stopped building people. The only difference between them and every other promotion is the name value of the fighters. We're nearing the end of the Conor effect on promotable fighters. Yeah, and I think, I mean, it's no secret by this point, right? Like, all the people that got a rub off fighting around the time Conor are retiring. They're very blatantly and intentionally making sure that's the case too, right? It's not like this phenomenon that's happening like accidentally or by default, or that maybe some people kind of are seeing from their own perspective that maybe others don't. I think they've been very upfront about the fact that they don't want more Conor McGregors. They don't want people with that kind of power anymore. They don't want people to be those types of stars. It's nothing but a headache to them. They don't even want a John Jones. Even the dude that Dana White himself is always like, he's the best, he's my goal, all that. But he won't even be willing to give him fights anymore. They're over it. They want company, man. Dana's getting weak without competition. These fighters deserve more. Yeah, the lack of competition will do that to you. The monopoly will do that to you. He got too comfortable, and now he got this payout, or the UFC or whoever got the payout. Even if Dana White, at the end of the day, ends up being just a fall guy, the face and the fall guy, the mouthpiece, the face, the fall guy, still, it doesn't change what's happening. The problem is, and look, Aspinall's dad, it seems like there's no doubt that his dad loves him. He kind of seems like a daddy's boy kind of thing. And, look, much respect. It's, it's good to have a dad that loves you that much, and to have a good relationship with you. That's a good thing. But I think his dad is definitely an enabler. And I think his dad's living vivaciously through him and is kind of leading them down paths that aren't in his best interest. You could even see on the video on Aspinall's channel where he's signing with Hearn, like, his dad looks very apprehensive. He looks unhappy. He's scowling. Like, so I think if he listens to his dad would be the one to get him into boxing. I don't think Eddie Hearn doesn't seem that motivated to get Aspinall into boxing. From everything that he has said, it seems like he wants him to get back into fighting, like MMA. If Aspinall did do it, it would be a money grab. The problem with Aspinall, sometimes he seems a little bit delusional about the circumstances around him. Maybe because of people in his ear, like his dad or whatever. Again, it's hard to talk papas on a situation like this because you could tell his dad loves him. He's trying to watch out for his son's best interests, which is what? Providing for his family. And if you go to boxing, you're going to make the big money, right? But I think if his dad gets in his ear, he's going to make Aspinall think that he has a good chance at being a boxer, and he's going to go box, and it's not going to go good for him. And then it's not going to go good when he tries to get back into MMA. But if it's 100% for the money, and Aspinall knows that, okay, get your money then. Get TKO'd and get your money. Matthew Lillard? Dang, I didn't know if I'd ever think anyone would call him a babe. Interesting. They think they're unsinkable. Yup. They didn't see that iceberg. Heck yeah. What's up, Jay Smith?
You guys ready to start this show?
Now it's a party. Oh, dang. Jessica's vouching for that. Freddie Prinze Jr. wrote for the WWE? He was a writer? Dang. Oh, that's so surprising they never had a crossover. In Scream 2, there was some cameos from I Know What You Did Last Summer. Dang, I forgot about that movie. But they never worked together. Why do I know this? Because you were from the best era ever. Dang, that guy is very active. Max Bluestein, what's up? It's just okay. I'll ask you this. Personally, Meat Rocket, what do you think about? And this is just one little thing. This has nothing to do with how outspoken he is. And I am stealing this from Moss. This isn't an original idea. I mean, it is an observable thing that a lot of you probably know. But I think Aspinall's dad kind of has one of those Fury's dad kind of complexes where the dude kind of talks too much and could end up sabotaging his son's career with his antics. But just one specific thing, one thing in general, what do you think about the fact that he's just going on and on about boxing and how he needs to get into boxing and go to boxing right before his fight with Gain? Did you feel like maybe he should have not done that, handled the timing differently? Dang, that's definitive right there. Alex is the last big name. No one's going to watch UFC after that anymore, though. Huh? There's going to be the stragglers. There's going to be the MMA Puritans who feel like they have to go down with it. And they feel like they have to look like the diehards that are like, I don't care who it is. I love the sport. I love the purity of the fighting. And like, it's going to be like college football style fans, you know? Because I feel like most people, and I know it sounds like a casual thing, but most people, it's because of the fighters, the character, the charisma, the personality, the storyline, the beef. It's because the people. And I feel like if they lose that, it is gone, man. Everything's like that basketball. You like your favorite, you have your favorite stars. Football, baseball, you have your favorite home run dudes. Like, that's what it's about. What are they thinking? Grandmaster, can you please do a quick recap? Oh shoot, Bert. The easiest recap is that Volkanovski should fight Silva next because he's excited, and Mobzar is leagues below Volkanovski, and it won't be a competition. Adesanya is being set up to lose to Pyfer so that he could fight Conor McGregor. And Eddie Hearn starting his own MMA promotion, and the UFC is gonna die very soon. His eyes are on the prize. Is that a pun? Or yeah. Alright, Jane, you're trying to make me lose my brunch here. We're really doing it. We're really doing it, Jay Smith. Oh, Jay Smith, we're doing a movie night. We're doing a movie night tonight. Are you going to be able to make it? We're going to watch Mallrats. It's probably going to start like as close to 6 as possible, sometime in the 6 o'clock hour. Is that going to work out? Just like when WCW and ECW went down, WWE was never as good. Yup. There's no necessity at that point, you know? Timing is terrible. Tomas Aspinall, dad making all the wrong. Yeah, okay. At least we agree there, because I was thinking, well, if he's a good manager, with somebody who has the perspective that he's a great manager, I just wanted to know, what do they think about that specifically? So it's good to know that you're not just blindly like, yes, everything he does is perfect. Yeah. Freddie Prinze Sr. was the only person to get Andy Kaufman to break his Clifton persona by putting him in a chicken wing hold. That's messed up. He exposed them like that. I stopped watching UFC regularly after Stipe Muchacho defeated DC in 2019, but I also had a kid and stopped going out. Yeah, I liked Stipe and DC, but I liked DC more, and I was sad when he lost. And I was angry because I told DC to not go back on his word to his family and to actually retire when he was 40, and he didn't do it. He was not a man of his word. Even though I kind of changed my opinion on that in years later, because I thought his wife probably told him, "Are you stupid? You're the champion now. You get more points. Go do one or two more fights." But yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Dang, I don't think Jay saw it in time. What? You'd rather see Conor versus Max than versus Adesanya? Why, bro? Is it just because you think it wouldn't be as competitive? Regardless of how weak the White House card is, how is Dana going to be able to follow it? Even if he captures an audience, why would they stay? Are you saying because simply because of the fact of the magnitude that it's at a place like the White House? Like they're going to have to keep mixing it up. Like they're going to have to fight at the Grand Canyon. They're going to have to fight in the Amazon rainforest. They're going to have to fight at the pyramids of Gaza. Like, is that what you mean? Oh, yeah. I like Clerks. Is it me or has Tom never looked impressive in a fight? He wins, but it's not memorable. I agree. I think Tomas Aspinall, because people go off I think he looks about as impressive. It's like you see highlights, right? You see a couple finishes. You could see an MVP highlight video on YouTube as well, right? And then you watch a fight and it's like, oh, somebody edited this. Somebody cut the moments together, you know? More power slap. Ooh. I've never been a big power slap hater. You know, I've never really got on that train. I was 8 months pregnant, and when I saw the finish, I had contractions from the shock. Ooh. Dang, that's a lawsuit right there. Yeah, that's too light for Conor now. He needs to fight Adesanya at like 185. Conor weighs like 220 right now, by the way. How is King of Pain, with all disrespect, bro, with all disrespect, that makes no sense. I was talking about this earlier. That makes zero sense. Conor McGregor weighs more than Adesanya right now. And height is stupid. Height means nothing. King of Pain, if you go to the grocery store today and you're trying to put some tomatoes in the bag and some dude comes up and elbows you in your solar plexus and he is 12 inches taller than you, are you going to say, "I'm sorry, sir"? Or are you going to go like this, "Hey, fool, that's it. It's time to..." "Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Please elbow me again." Height means nothing. In the UFC, are there height classes? No. There are weight classes. So why are we putting boundaries? Why are we adding boundaries? Why are we adding roadblocks? Why are we adding red tape? It's bad enough that we have weight classes. We shouldn't even have weight classes. The UFC didn't always have weight classes. There are other promotions to this day that don't have weight classes. And oftentimes, the smaller opponent brutalizes the bigger one. It always makes me sad when people push and champion weight classes. It makes me feel like they walk around in life terrified that a bigger dude that weighs more might ever approach them in public. It scares me. Weight classes alone are stupid. The height difference means nothing. Conor McGregor is less than an inch shorter than Calvin Gastelum, and he weighs more than Adesanya, at least. I got ahead of myself. Gastelum probably is like 315 right now. But Conor McGregor is less than an inch shorter than Gastelum, and he weighs more than Adesanya. How is he too small? How is he too... That makes no sense whatsoever. I don't know why we're putting all these limitations. Max versus Dan Hooker is a way better matchup than Conor McGregor versus Max. Max versus Dan Hooker and Conor versus Adesanya, yes. Yeah, I agree. You got to think of the level of competition, Jane. If John Jones would have been beating those people that Tomas Aspinall beat or whoever else, you know, Gable Stevenson comes in and beats them, everyone's going to have an excuse. Oh, they were past their prime, or look at who they beat or whatever. But Tomas Aspinall, the narrative is totally different. It's the squeaky wheel. Tomas Aspinall is the squeaky wheel of the heavyweight division. And he's squeakier than ever at the moment. My vieja says that Freddie is too fine for Nev. I say Nev wouldn't be caught dead with Freddie Prinze loser. I like it, bro. I like the spiciness, bro. I like it. Izzy will stay on the edges and pick shots. He won't engage. It's a dump. Dude, look at... So you're telling me... Are you telling me that Sean Strickland is a better fighter than Conor McGregor? Does Sean Strickland have a higher fight IQ than Conor McGregor? I'm not trying to disrespect Strickland, by the way, because I think a lot of people do disrespect him and they underestimate him. And clearly, the jab, 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 teep, 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 jab, and the consistency and the composure of that works. Well, in a lot of cases. But to look at what Strickland did to Adesanya and to just disrespect the IQ, the precision of a McGregor is insane to me. Conor McGregor and Tony Ferguson. Listen, Mrs. UFCer, I don't even like Conor McGregor. I've never liked Conor McGregor. But to say against Ferguson, that's like putting Conor McGregor against Weekend at Bernie's, man. Oh, my goodness. How come I keep getting these? I don't know why I'm getting all these ridiculous follows today. I don't know what's going on. And they're following a dead page that I don't even use anymore. It's not even the MMA page. Dang. It's a mindset, King of Pain. It's a mindset. Like, and look, hey, maybe I'm projecting. Because there's a lot of people that come into chat sections and they'll talk about how they use all this lingo. Oh, you know, a dude that's this much taller and this much weighs this much more, he'll beat the brakes off. I've heard dudes, I will never understand dudes like this. I've heard dudes say stuff like, oh yeah, this dude outweighed me by 30 pounds and he's 7 inches taller than me. Yeah, he beat the brakes off me. You know, that's why they have weight divisions for a reason. I'm like, dude, you're talking about yourself right now and another man? And you're just going to go out like that before the fight, before it even happens, even hypothetically? Like this dude just already, wow. So I hear that sentiment, that way of thinking often. Dude's too tall, dude's too heavy, and it's like it both trickles in to the UFC, and people put that onto the fighters, and it trickles out of the UFC. I think the creation of weight divisions is one of the worst things that ever happened to the thinking of men, quite frankly, and the way they look at each other and size each other up. I would never walk into the DMV and see some big, tall, heavy dude next to me and be like, oh, dude, I better stay in line. This dude's going to mess me up. Never. And a lot of people do think that way because of the UFC and because of weight divisions. They'll be like, hey, did you bump it? Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I think I bumped into you. Never mind. That makes me sad, dude. And it's that mentality that trickles into how people think about UFC and MMA matchmaking. He can't fight him. He's too tall. What? So, bro, use your fight IQ. Ankle picking. Use your center of gravity. Use some feints. Use your timing. Use some broken rhythm. Figure it out. That's like when somebody complains. That's like Kobe Covington complaining, oh, Bo Nickal's not a good match for me. I'm not going to take that fight. What? Then, hey, get better at fighting. Be a more dangerous matchup yourself. I'll never understand that. Oh, wait, I want to fight, but you want me to fight him? Nah, that's a bad matchup. What? So work on your craft, homie. Yes, Neil. It was very anticlimactic. Dang, so you would want to see Tony and Connor? Elder abuse fight Francis and Mark Coleman. That would be sad, man. I don't like to see Father Time win like that, man. I don't like it. I like Mark Coleman. Mark Coleman has been nothing but nice to me. Me and Mark Coleman had a lengthy DM exchange years ago. He actually wanted me to help make him a video about how Big John McCartney did him dirty on one fight and almost like dislocated his knee when he tried to pull him off of somebody. I guess anything is possible, Bert. I have fun just talking with Moss, dude. I have fun just talking with Moss. I don't really have an interest in talking with fighters, to be honest with you. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. People are buying so much merch, they're going out of stock. It's going out of stock, dude. I just got a notification. You got to jump on this merch now, dude. You got to jump on this merch now. I just got a notification that my hoodie, let me see, the zip-up hoodie, all my zip-ups are out of stock right now. All my zip-up hoodies are out of stock right now. It is getting warmer. It is getting warmer. You need to get your t-shirts. You need to get your wife pleasers. You need to get your cutoffs. You need to get on there right now. Get your caps to protect from the sun. The merch, the description is in the link down below, and the link is in the description down below to get your merch. We are running out. See, King of Pain, King of Pain, with all disrespect, we're homies and all that. But I was literally going to say earlier, I can't stand it when people say styles make fights. It's such a cop-out. And it's just kind of showing me your way of thinking right now. And again, I know we're homies. I'm glad you're here. I'm not trying to beef with you, with all disrespect. I think we just have a different way of approaching things. And I think, yeah, the styles make fights thing. The dude's too heavy. The dude's too tall. Styles make fights. It's just all limitations. It's creating boundaries. It's like being scared. I don't understand it, man. Styles make fights. Hey, bro, fix your style. Get better. Get more well-rounded. The style makes fights things. I feel like that's one of the things that people say. Like, to be the man, you got to beat the man. It's one of the things that just got put out into the ethos, and everyone just regurgitates it now. Nina drama versus Valentina. Nina will come out with a positive pregnancy test after the fight. Valentina gets you pregnant. You don't get her. Oh my gosh. Yeah. That is a good point. That I could respect. That point I could respect. That Strickland would have Conor gassing out. So I believe Conor has a good fight IQ, and he's very precise. And I think those are the last things to leave you, if ever. You could say, I don't know if he's as fast as he used to be. I don't know if he's as explosive and powerful as he used to be. IQ and precision. I mean, you could be an old Gramps. You could be Volkanovski, taking out these older dudes one by one with that precision and IQ. If that doesn't leave you, you're going to be okay. But he does gas, and Strickland doesn't. That's a good point right there. Yeah, well, see, the thing is, and I'm not defending it necessarily, but Nate Diaz making $15 million with Netflix is 100% because of being the fan favorite. Because they said, just bleed, and he said, hold up, hold my blood. He said, I'll do it right now. I got you, fam. It's all because of being the fan favorite, being that dude, being I don't know if I could call him charismatic, but whatever it is that people like about him, it's not because of his fighting. It's not because of his terrible record. It's because how they feel about him. And that's what Netflix is going to do. They're going to give the fan favorites. And that's probably what Eddie Hearn and his thing is going to lean toward as well. Exactly, Mike. I care if you got cauliflower ear. Weight divisions should be called dehydration divisions. Yeah. It is good to see him get paid. He earned that for himself with the way he made people love him. Oh, respect King of Pain. It is different. Oh, I don't know, Bert. I don't pay enough attention to that. Man, I did see a ridiculous one not that long ago that I was like, dude, put a beanie on or something. Who was it that had like stupid? Never mind. I was thinking of somebody that I know personally. Hey, King of Pain, I would be all for that, bro. I would be all for that. Let's have O'Malley fight Aspinall. Size and weight doesn't matter. Because here's the thing, King of Pain. Here's the thing. If Sean O'Malley fights Tomas Aspinall, I don't even know if I want to put it that way. Because I was going to say, if O'Malley fights Aspinall and Aspinall seemingly obliterates him in a way that looks like height and weight mattered, well, then what I would say is, well, I guess O'Malley's height and weight did matter. I guess his mattered. But I would be confident, and I don't care. I don't know if it's some dude from Ethiopia, if it's some dude from Beijing, if it's some dude from Alabama. I know there'd be a dude out there. He could weigh the same, be the same height. You could even throw some cornrows on him. I think it would be naive to say that there's nobody with those metrics that could beat Aspinall. That is, to me, that's like you're putting these dudes on a pedestal and making them like a superhero, like an immortal superhero. So if O'Malley doesn't do it, hey, he couldn't do it. But if you watch the earlier UFCs, there are some gigantic dudes that got, like, if you looked at them and the dude that beat them, and you looked at Tomas Aspinall and I don't know, O'Malley, you would think, oh, the dudes from the older days, that's an even worse matchup. There's an even less chance there. And the smaller guy won. Repeatedly. But we're so far away from that now. We've been so conditioned to not think that way because we need weight divisions, because weight divisions make money, because more titles make more money. At least they used to. But yeah, I think they should. Have O'Malley fight Aspinall. And if he can't beat him, hey, you should be a better fighter, O'Malley. You should have won. Because back in the day, a dude your size would have kicked someone's butt, Aspinall size and bigger. How come he did it and you can't? Is it because the sport evolved? Oh, so then why didn't you evolve more than Aspinall did? Because if we're talking about how the sport evolved, well, then I guess they were equally devolved back in the day, right? And the smaller guy still won a bunch of the time. Same here, Coffee Potamus. Even if we're delusional, you gotta have that mindset, bro. You have to. I agree. Yeah. For real, bro, all those DMV fights we never got to see because of the influence of the UFC, dude. Congrats on selling out the merch. GM, my zip hoodies. Dang! You're one of the ones that got a zip hoodie? Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah. Hey, you might be the one that made it sell out. Hey, bro, with all disrespect, it's all love, dude. Always. I can't stand O'Malley, but I love Sean. Oh, the other Sean. Oh, you're playing with me, huh? Wow. You think Ilya is a massive welterweight? He's just got that 170 frame. Did you mean to write that? I feel like he has a tiny frame for 170. Ilya is a massive welterweight. He's just got that 170 frame. Do you mean 155? Oh, yeah, legendary gnome. It's always like whatever the narrative is. Always. Always. It changes. Are you kidding me, King of Pain? Are you playing with me, bro? Dude, did you only watch UFC 1? Even in UFC 1, there was examples of this. Dude, are you just watching? You have to go to Fight Pass and you have to watch like UFC 1 through 15, bro. You cannot just like watch highlights and say that. That is so inaccurate, bro. I've watched everything on Fight Pass. Dude, I've done my research.
Dude, I've seen YouTube videos on this.
Dude, I've looked at this extensively. Like, this is a conversation I've had so many times. You have to watch all the fights in their entirety, bro. Yeah, I think that I kind of think something similar, Army. Because he knows he has all the control right now. Because, or else he'll probably sue. Okay, I was like, what? Meat Rocket. 5'7", dang. 5'7" and no quarters. All right, listen, I'm going to have to dip right now. I have to, whatchamacallit. I need to get ready for movie night on the Patreon. And apparently, because Marilena sent me a message, apparently I also need to help with with dinner real quick. So I'm going through it right now. I would appreciate it very much if you would consider, as I depart right now, if you would consider going and watching our most recent video that was uploaded yesterday. We have a new episode. You guys are really supporting. We're getting more subscribers. I appreciate it. He's 5'7", but he acts like he's 6'7". For real, bro. I get the typo. Yeah, King of Pain. I'll send you a link if you wanna buy a viewing ticket with me and a hot dog.
Whose hot dog is this?
I'm charging you double. Moss and Jesse show. We're getting more subscribers. This isn't free. I won't charge you for this, King of Pain. You can watch this for free. Please type it in. It helps the algorithm if you actually type it in. I'm going to go do what I need to do. And I will see you guys soon on the Patreon. Thank you for watching Mexican Martial Arts. Appreciate it. I'll post in the members tab before it goes live, so nobody will miss it. Thank you for watching Mexican Martial Arts. Appreciate it. Good looking out. Late.